to another episode of A Style It or Say Goodbye. I think this is episode 8. And if you're not caught up, I will leave the playlist linked up in the cards as well as down below so you can catch up on all the episodes we've had so far. But basically in this series, I take 2 items from my house section of my wardrobe. These are the pieces that I don't know how to style or that I never wear, and I will intentionally style them throughout the season. And for this video specifically, I take 2 pieces from that section and I style each of them 3 different ways. And based on the outfits I create, I decide whether or not I want to keep the item or declutter it. And with all that out of the way, we can talk about what we'll be styling today. And this one is a little bit of a special one because we're just styling shoes. We are styling this pair of Slingback pointy toe boots as well as these black ankle boots. So let's talk about the Slingbacks first. I'm going to put these down. So with these Slingbacks, I got these for Christmas in 2022. They are from Free People. They have this really beautiful, like, Western style heel. They have a suede detailing on the front and then a like leather, faux leather embossed piece on the upper shoe as well as on the strap. And they are Slingback style. They're super pointy heel. I think they're a really interesting shoe. When I saw these, I was like, wow, those are so cool. And they feel really special within my wardrobe. But I feel like I have another pair of shoes that kind of does the same thing in terms of styling. And so let me show those to you. So these are the shoes that are similar. These are from Madewell. This is the Brady boot. And I feel like they do the same thing. It's a small heel. These are obviously a smaller heel and they don't have the sling back. But these just feel more day-to-day and these feel a little bit more dressy, I think, due to the sling back element. I also prefer the color of this leather to this one. I feel like the embossed leather on these shoes is a little bit more close to my skin tone. So when I wear them, it blends in with my foot, which I don't super love. But I do love all the details of the shoe. And like I said, I think they feel really special. So I want to try and style them more. I want to make them feel more accessible for day to day. So I'm hoping to do sort of what I've done with other dresses in the past and create more casual outfits with this piece so that I feel more comfortable wearing it day to day. Now moving on to the Thursday boots. I got these in 2023 in the fall, and my husband had gotten a pair of Thursday boots and I just basically thought they were beautiful boots and I wanted to try a pair from them because they were so beautiful. And I thought I would get the most wear out of these. It's a pointed toe, simple black boots. And I quickly realized that my style was shifting away from black and I just never ever reach for these. These are just very polished. I have a much more casual style now. I used to work in an office. I don't work in an office anymore. So I just don't really reach for these. I think I've worn these once, twice since I got them. They're in beautiful condition. And so I want to do 2 things. I want to create outfits that get me excited to wear these again. And I also want to compare them to the other pair of black ankle boots in my wardrobe that I feel are similar to these. And you might have seen these in another episode of Style It or Say Goodbye when I did my last shoes episode. It was these Aldo boots. And these to me feel very similar. I'm reaching for these for similar outfits. And so I don't know if I need both. I just want to see what I gravitate towards in terms of these boots. If I feel like this boot covers all my bases, then I definitely don't need to hang on to this guy. But if I feel like there's a need for both, I'm definitely open to keeping both. It's just gonna depend on what outfits I come up with and if I'm happy with the end results. And so with that, I'm gonna start off with outfit number 1 for these boots. So here is attempted outfit number 1. I'm wearing the Thursday boots. These are Uniqlo plaid pants from, gosh, a million years ago. And then this sweater is from the thrift store, but originally the tag says Beginning Boutique. I went for these Uniqlo pants first because I thought that the wider leg would look good with this pointed toe, but I really hate where the leg is hitting on the pant. So it's like right at the top of my foot, which looks okay when I'm wearing like clogs or flats, but with the boots, it just feels like wide and strange. Like I think with a boot like this, I'd want the leg to be like a bit shorter and almost be above where the pant is. Obviously I'm wearing the wrong socks, but something like that instead. So I'm gonna try a different pant and see if I like that better. Okay, so this is a pair of pants that I got secondhand at a vintage market, but the label says B-Zone. And I'm feeling a similar way about the length of these with these boots as I was with the Uniqlo pants. And obviously it's a bit of a tapered leg, so it just changes the relationship between the pointed toe and the leg opening. So I just don't love this either. So I'm gonna move on to a different outfit combination, but I am still gonna think about something that could work with a printed pant and this chunky sweater. But for now, I'm gonna start from scratch and try something else. So for this outfit, I'm wearing my Everlane curved jeans. This is a Madewell belt. This is a Phoebe Bridgers t-shirt, and this is a thrifted blazer. I think it's from White Stag originally. And this is a more like easy outfit formula for me. So I thought it'd be a good idea to try it with a piece that I find difficult to style, because I can compare it to the other versions that I've created with this outfit and see how I felt in that versus this. And that will help me determine whether or not I feel like these work in my wardrobe. So I do like this. I think this is a nice outfit. I do want to try on the other black heeled pointy toe boots to see how they compare and if those black pointy toe boots would do the same thing as these boots, because if that's the case, then that's another check in the I don't really need these boots column. But if they do work better than those other boots, I think this is a great outfit to go out in, a more nighttime look with the jeans t-shirt and blazer, because normally I'd wear this with like my green Doc Marten clogs or something a bit more casual. So having a black boot to make it feel a little bit more evening is nice. So let me try on the Aldo pointed toe boots and see which ones I like better. So here's the outfit with those Aldo boots. And I think I prefer the Aldo boots because they just feel a little bit more interesting and special. They have that Western style heel. It's a higher shaft. It's got some of that like Western detail on the boot. And it just feels like more of an interesting silhouette, especially for a basic black boot. So this is not boding well for the Thursday boots, but it's all good information because I've had these boots since 2023. And if I'm not wearing them, there's no use in hanging on to them. But it's good to test it out and be 100% sure, because the society has been telling us that basic black boots are a staple in our wardrobes. And so it's interesting to find out that maybe that's not true for me. Maybe I need a little bit more of a fun black boot, and then I don't really need anything else. Here is the next outfit that I was thinking of. I thought, okay, we have a pointy toe boot. Maybe it's good to bring in some soft shapes to have like a juxtaposition. This, I don't think this is it, but I do kind of like what's going on between the pants and the boots. I don't know if the top is it. Maybe I need to find a top that's shorter and then it'll feel like a bit more cohesive, because I think it's just maybe too much softness with the pointy toe boots. Like such a pointy boot and so much soft silhouettes. I think we kind of have to bridge the gap between the contrasting shapes. But I feel like something in the top has to have black in it because I want there to be a cohesiveness throughout the outfit. And I want to make sure there's color included. Like I have some things that I could do that are just neutral and it won't really feel like me because there's not like a color involved. I don't want to have a fully neutral outfit. And you might also be thinking, why not just wear black pants or a black shirt? I don't love to wear a lot of solid black items just because I don't like the way that it looks on me. So I don't really have a lot of options like that anymore. I'm like looking around the room, trying to think of anything that I would want to put with these boots. Cause like I like the shapes of the pants that I'm wearing, but I don't like love it with the black boots. Like I think I would get a similar look if I put on that pointy Madewell boot that I was wearing earlier, like open one, the Brady boot. I'm just a bit stuck on this now, and I thought that maybe there'd be like another top that I could put with this and it would feel better. But as I'm looking around the room, I really don't feel like there's anything that I think would do what I want it to, like incorporate the black as well as make it feel like my personal style. And so I think I'm gonna stop it here and we'll talk about my final thoughts after I've looked at the clips and made my final decision on these boots. But until then, let's move on to the Slingback Free People heels. Here we are with outfit 1 attempt, and this outfit might look familiar because I just put it on for my black boots. But I thought I could work with these slingback shoes because of like where the pant hits. And I don't know. I think no, because I think the shoes are very Western, and then the rest of the outfit feels very like academia, like cozy, heritage sort of energy. And I just think the two are not working well together. Also, I think one of the things that bothers me about these shoes is like from the side, they look incredible. So good, so cool. But from the front, I don't know. Like I'm looking down at them and they look cool, but you can also see like the skin color thing, maybe. They're not like the exact same tone, but they're pretty close. That's the other thing that's bothering me about these shoes. So I'm gonna move on to another outfit and try again. Okay, so I can't tell if I like this outfit or if I just like parts of it. So I like the shoes with the pants. I love how the wide leg looks with that like super pointy shoe. I really like this color combination, but I think for this specific outfit combo, I think I would just go for my Blundstone boots because the heels just feel like a little bit extra for an outfit that's already got a lot going on. So I don't know if this is the answer, but I think maybe if I did my cream baggier denim, then maybe I could get something that maybe instead of the red to tone it down, then maybe that would be an outfit that I would feel comfortable wearing. But would I wear that somewhere, or would I just wear my Blundstone boots if I was wearing like just jeans and a sweater? I don't know. I feel like the shoes have to add to the outfit, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to come up with an outfit that I both feel like is in line with my personal style, something I'd wear day to day, and also feels like the heels are adding to it. Because here's the other thing. I'm not a big heels person. I had a lot of heels, too many for a while. And I just decluttered a lot because I'm no longer working in an office. And even when I was working in an office, I wasn't really wearing heels that often because they're not that comfortable because I was on my feet quite a bit. But I've worn these on a date. I wore these a couple of times. I've worn these to like family events, like baby showers and stuff. But one of those times I wore these shoes with a dress and I didn't love how it looked. I wished that I had worn a different pair of shoes for that outfit. So I'm just trying to decode how I'm feeling about this. Okay, first thing I'm actually gonna do is switch out the sweater and see if I can make something work with these red pants, because I think the red and the brown in the shoes are working well together, and I think this is the start of a nice outfit. And then just keep the pants and top as like another separate outfit that I'm just gonna wear with my Blundstones on my own because I really like it and I just came up with it. And then we're gonna try and figure out the rest of the outfits. But number one, maybe make this a bit more subtle and see if that changes my mind about this outfit as a whole. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This feels a bit more wearable. I'm wearing a pair of Big Bud Press trousers that I actually dyed myself. And if you want to watch that video, I will link it. And then this is a Uniqlo collaboration with, I believe, Ines Frisange. And I love this sweater so much. If you can get your hands on it, it's so good. And I think it works better than the hand knit sweater that I just had on. But I do want to do the ultimate test, which is put on my Madewell Brady boots and see if I prefer that to these. Because I do like this, and I do think this is a contender for outfit number one, but I just want to make sure that in real life, if I was getting dressed, like what would I end up choosing for the final outfit to leave the house in? Okay, so this might blow your guys' minds, but I think I actually prefer the Free People ones. So these are the Madewell Brady boots. And I think because they're such a warm tone brown, it feels very matchy with the pant. And so I think because the Free People ones are a little bit more yellow, it feels a little bit more tonal instead of like matchy. And I also really like the profile of the Free People ones a little bit more. They feel a little bit more special. The outfit feels a little bit more interesting. So I'm gonna put the Free People ones back on and show you guys the outfit one last time before we move on to outfit number two. Okay, yeah, I definitely prefer this. I'm really happy with how this outfit turned out. When I make these videos, I like to prep in advance and try and come up with some outfits to put together for each piece that I'm styling. And this was not on my radar, but I'm really happy that it came together and it looks really good. So calling this outfit number 1, and let's move on to outfit number 2. Okay, so here is attempt number 2. And this was inspired by an outfit that I wore this summer with these shoes. I wore a pair of short alls and like a little blouse. And so I went for an overalls piece here, but I wanted to keep it fall wintry. So I went with a sweater, but I think I'm gonna have to go for a blouse here. I think what I might do is a blouse and then maybe a jacket to actually make it functional for fall and winter, because I just don't see myself really reaching for a blouse that much now that it's getting quite cold. Just thinking. So I'm gonna switch out the sweater for a blouse and then figure it out from there. Okay, I changed my mind. I was going to put on the blouse with the jacket, but then I'm like, I've already done that with a flat, and I loved how the flat looked, and I really want to focus on these shoes, and I know I'll prefer the flat with that outfit. And so I decided to think about how I could do something with a sweater and overalls, because I do like that combination, and I want to create outfits with overalls that feel more interesting. And I always forget about the scarf, and I wear it a good amount, but I rarely wear it with a sweater overalls outfit. And I think it just adds like another layer of dimension. And I think it's good with this sweater because this sweater already has like a texture with the marl, and then this just adds like that little bit of pop of print that I feel like goes back to the warm tones that are in the shoe and carries it throughout the whole outfit. So I really like this. I just want to do like that one more check with the Madewell Brady boots, because again, I want to be realistic about what I'm actually reaching for day to day. And if I feel like the Madewell Brady boots will work better in the overall outfit, then there's no need for these. So let me try on those other ones. Okay, so this outfit I feel 50-50 on. Which one do you guys prefer? Do you like the Free People ones better or the Madewell Brady boots? I am not sure how I feel. I'll have to look at the clips and decide, but I would love your opinion on which ones you guys like better. The more high heel slingback ones or these more like low profile slip-on boots. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know. But for now, I'm gonna put back on the Free People ones, call this outfit number 2, and move on to outfit number 3. Okay, so here is outfit number 2 one more time, and I'm wearing a Dye Queen organic cotton bandana. This is an Abercrombie & Fitch sweater from the men's section. These are secondhand overalls from the brand Lee, and I'm finishing off the look with, of course, my Free People slingback heels. Okay, so here is outfit number 3, attempt number 1, and my first thought was, because the shoes are so pointy, to do a super flowy bottom. These are actually a pair of Lucy and Yak overalls, and I just have a t-shirt layered underneath them and then this Free People sweater layered over the top. And I like this outfit, I just don't like it with these shoes. And I think the thing that's bothering me is the color. I feel like it's a bit too close to the color in the plaid, and I want there to be a little more differentiation just because the outfit is so tonal overall. The colors just feel a little bit too close where it almost feels like a bit off, if that makes sense. So I like the idea of this. I think this is a cute outfit. I'll definitely try and put this together with a different pair of shoes on a different day, but I don't think this is going to work for these shoes. I have one more pair of flowy pants that I want to try and see if I can make something happen, and hopefully we will have outfit number 3. Okay, so here's the other pair of floaty pants. I haven't put together the full outfit yet because I'm not sure how I feel about the colors between the shoe and the pant. We have a very mustardy yellow pant and then this orangey brown kind of shoe. I think it's a no, but what do you guys think? I'm just curious what your thoughts are, because it is something that I was like, I don't know, I think I like it, maybe actually I don't, so we'd love to have a second perspective. And I'm not sure where to go from here. I think I might try and do a skirt, maybe, and see how I feel about that. So since this isn't exactly what I'm looking for, I think I'm gonna try a skirt next and see how that feels. Okay, so here is the skirt outfit so far, and while I was putting on the skirt, I realized that the brown color in the skirt like almost perfectly matches the shoes, and so I think that's a good sign for an outfit that we're gonna end up liking. I will say I don't love the proportion here. I'd like it to be either a bit longer or at my natural waist, and so I'm actually gonna switch out this sweater for that cardigan that we put on with the overalls a couple outfits ago, so I'm gonna do that. and hopefully we get to something good. So here is attempt number 2 or 3, I can't remember. But I don't like this. I like this skirt with the sweater, and I like the skirt with the shoes, but I don't like this shoes with the sweater. So I'm gonna have to switch out the top again. And I think this just speaks to how different tones, warm tones, cool tones, as well as like how yellow or red or blue or green a color is. And I think this just reiterates to me that understanding what undertones you like in your clothes can be really helpful when putting together outfits, as well as picking things to bring into your wardrobe. Like these shoes are very yellow toned brown. So when I'm creating outfits, I want to choose things that are like greens and blues and reds, like things that I would pair yellow with. And this cardigan is not something that I would pair yellow with because it's a very like neutral tone, so I'd probably put it with like more cool tones like blues and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So putting these two things together, they're at odds. Even though they're both in the brownie neutral family, the undertone can make a big difference. Okay, so I think this is a lot better for me. Like I said, I like pairing yellow tones with blue tones, and that's what we're doing here. This is a very yellowy brown, and I put it with this light blue sweatshirt. So I guess just that color combination works better for my personal style, and so I think that's gonna help me style these better in the future, is leaning on those greens and blues, because those are the colors that I'll usually pair with yellow, as opposed to styling it with a more neutral taupey color, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna call this outfit number 3. This is a universal thread sweatshirt that I dyed. Another dyed piece is making it into this round of Style It or Say Goodbye. I'm wearing a Gap t-shirt underneath this. This skirt is from Vera Moda, and these shoes, again, are from Free People. So that is outfit number 3. Now we can move on to chatting about each outfit. I can tell you what I liked or didn't like about each one, and then I'll give you guys my final decision on whether or not I want to hang on to these pieces or let them go. All right, let's talk about these outfits. First, let's talk about these black boots. And I was looking through the outfits, and they're just all not good. I feel like I looked at all of them, and I either wanted to add a brown boot or the other black boot that I have. And previously, these black boots have been on my sort of keep for a rainy day list because they're a simple black boot. They should work with everything in my wardrobe, but I've just come to terms with the fact that they're just not my style. I am not like a sleek businesswoman anymore. I'm not somebody who wants a sleek, basic, pointed toe, black ankle boot. I would much prefer to wear my like more Western style, high shaft, cowboy-esque black boots, or my Doc Marten lace-up boots, or my knee-high Mark Fisher boots. Like I have 3 other pairs of black boots that I feel like fill the needs of whatever outfit I could possibly pair with these Thursday boots. And so it just feels silly for me to hang on to them, especially if I'm not going to wear them. And I know in a past video I was talking about decluttering them and putting them in my archive and just not wearing them because I think one day I'll want to wear them again. But I just don't think that's true. I just feel like my style has shifted so far away from what these boots are that I don't see myself ever reaching for them. In fact, I think if a pointed toe heeled boot came back, I would just wear my Aldo ones again because I like those better. I think they're cooler. I feel like they add more to an outfit because of the shape and the details. The Thursday boots don't have any real details. It's very like sleek and modern. And I think that works really well for some people, but they just don't work for me. So with all that being said, I don't even need to talk about the outfits because I feel like you guys could tell from the clips that I was just like not feeling these boots, and so I'm going to declutter them. Okay, so now moving on to the Free People Slingback heels, and now we can talk about some outfits. The first outfit was the Uniqlo sweater with the red Big Bud press pants, and I think after looking at this outfit, I would have probably paired this outfit with my regular old Chelsea Blundstone boots. I say that because the heels feel out of place. Like I like how the heels look with the pants and the top, but I think in terms of my style and if I'd be wearing these in real life, I would just go with my Blundstone boots because they're just a bit more of a low maintenance shoe. These Free People ones just feel a little bit too dressy for every day, even with a more casual outfit like this one. And I think another thing that I realized with these shoes was the two-tone is really throwing me off. When it comes to brown shoes, I usually want them to be like a neutral sort of breath within the outfit because I like to put more interesting colors together, or I'll do a tonal, more warm toned outfit. And I think these two-toned shoes just add one tone too many. And I also think the two tones against also my skin tone, it feels like 3 tones at the bottom of the outfit, and it just feels like too much. I'm not sure if there's a way I could ever dye these to be just like one dark brown color because I really love the shape of the shoe. I think just the color is really throwing me off, along with them being really dressy. It makes them super difficult for me to style. Now moving on to outfit number 2 with the overalls and the Abercrombie sweater. And after looking back at the clips, I think I actually prefer the Madewell Brady boots over the Free People Slingback heels. I think they just feel more casual and day-to-day, whereas the Free People heels just feel a little bit more like fashion forward and less like everyday casual. And I'm obviously trying to create these more casual outfits so that it can balance out the dynamic details of these shoes. But I don't know how to do it. I put one of my most casual pieces with these shoes, which are my overalls, and they still feel like a bit dressy in the outfit as a whole. Like, I don't know if I would feel comfortable like wearing this sort of outfit to the grocery store. I don't know. It doesn't feel as easy as a yes. Whereas I feel like the Madewell Brady boots, that shoe does a very similar thing in terms of styling, but it feels a lot more casual because it's like a warmer, deeper tone of brown, and it's a lower heel, and it's more of a shoe boot style as opposed to a slingback heel. Finally, we have the blue sweatshirt with the check skirt. I like this outfit, but again, I think if I switch the shoes out, I would like it better. I think I would switch it out for either my Fry boots or just something darker to deepen the outfit as a whole. And they just feel dressy with this outfit. Like, I don't know where I'm wearing this outfit. I think it's a cute outfit. I like the skirt and the sweatshirt together, and with my Fry boots, I feel like that's something I could wear to the mall or hanging around. But with the Free People heels, it just takes it up to that dressy level. And again, with the skirt, the two-tone is really in my face, and I just don't love it. I don't know. And that's really one of the things that I'm hung up on about these shoes. So I don't even know if it's possible to dye these, but if you guys know of a way to do that, if I can bring it to the cobbler or whatnot, let me know. But otherwise, I think I'm going to have to let these go as well. In their current state, they're just not working for my wardrobe, and I have other pieces that do a similar, if not same thing, within my outfits, and so there's just not room for them in my closet, and I'm gonna declutter them. So as of this video, I have styled 24 items and decluttered 14. Another video where I'm decluttering both items that I'm styling is pretty cool because in the beginning of this series, I was more unsure about each piece, and I think as I'm doing these episodes, it's becoming clearer and clearer like what needs to go, and I guess I just need this like extra push of styling them for you guys to drill it into my head that they're not right for me, but it does feel right for them to leave my closet. Like, I don't feel any like shame or guilt or regret. It feels like the right move because I'm not wearing the piece. I don't know how to style it, so there's no point in me hanging onto it and storing it within my wardrobe when someone else could get a lot of wear out of it and it could be like an integral part of their wardrobe. So this has been such a great series. I'm so happy with it. And in tandem with getting better at letting go of things that aren't actually serving my wardrobe and my style, knowing when they're not a 100% yes is becoming so much easier for me. I can usually tell like 1 or 2 outfits in whether or not I'm gonna keep something because I don't want it to feel super hard to create outfits with clothing in my wardrobe. I want there to be some creativity and some challenge, but I don't want it to be a struggle to come up with outfits, and then I don't want to put the outfit together and not be totally in love with it because I know what that feels like, and that's what I want for everything in my wardrobe. So this series is really driving that home, and I think it's getting me closer and closer to having a wardrobe full of pieces that I absolutely love. So if you guys are loving this series, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this. I love making videos all about personal style and making the most out of your wardrobe. So if you don't want to miss anything from me, make sure to subscribe. It really helps my channel. And if you enjoyed this, you might enjoy my video where I talk about my 5 rules for looking put together even when it's freezing. So I will link that here and see you in the next one. Bye!